pendulum. If the bag is, I'm gon' give her some. Let's reflect times. I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up. Just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatums. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem. Lil' tune, flow sinister, I'ma finish him. Many men gon' need ministers, I'm aiming them. Enemies, I'm the enema. I'ma on them, just like my keys, drop my on a dinner work. My thoughts I keep confidential, it's consequential. Philosophies unidentical, I'm not into ya. My Siamese brother Benjamin, that's how I stick to him. These diamond bees, all BBs, I call them Vivica. Skating underneath the bridge, stay hustling as it is. Make money, feed the kids, ain't nothing in the fridge. Wake up, repeat the sins, I need a 10, stay muddy to the lid, 800, eat a. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas.
Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Dolphins and the Falcons, and it comes your way next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Miami Dolphins taking on the champions from the NFC, the Atlanta Falcons. It's finally time for the main event here in 2025. Away we go. It's Super Bowl 59.
Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
41 yards rushing for him now on their opening drive of this Super Bowl.
Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only they're controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
Walker is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. But Charles, clearly they wanted to send a message there and impose their will. They score on their opening possession on a drive comprised entirely of rushing the football.
Message sent. I don't know that the team on the other side of the field wanted to receive it, but what a statement on their opening drive. Just run it all the way downfield, no passes. That absolutely sets the tone that they're going to be physical in this game.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their own 25-yard line. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got his man. It's Bo Melton. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 34. Back to throw. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. A short kick taken at the 18. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. On 3rd down, here's Walker. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Walker now on 1st and 10. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 107 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this Super Bowl. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run again with Walker. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Play action. It's Fields. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Dolphins have moved out in front. Sanders now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And out across midfield down to the 45. 39 yards there. A big one.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Slot man moves right. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Ritter and the Falcons need an answer and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack. Now back to throw. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw. He's able to find Melton. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. 19 more yards. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Pretty entertaining start. 14 all the score on EA Sports. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Fields. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. Touchdown, Dolphins! Kenneth Walker, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl, as his guys have now moved out in front. Sanders on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Touchdown Sanders. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partners, a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
The slot man in motion right. Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they're fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
They'll look to throw again. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down.
It's the gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. 33-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Right back to Pitts again. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. They'll set up a throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 18. We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's a handoff out of the gun. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. He'll drop to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Ridder and the Falcons need an answer, and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, so much for holding them to a field goal. The pressure they got home on the previous play didn't hear, and that bought their quarterback some time to find a receiver, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll run with Patterson. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. One more time with Patterson. And this time he is in. Cordell Patterson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Final shot before the break. Fields.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And through one half at least, this Super Bowl has been everything it was cracked up to be. All tied. What's your key for them, Charles, in the second half?
Simplicity, partner, because in the Super Bowl, with the extra time at halftime, I think some staffs get caught up in trying to design too many things. It's all tied up. They have to remember what they did to get here, put that back into play here in the second half, and I think they'll be all right.
Now a throw here, hauled in. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 41-yard line.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Ritter's throw complete. This is London. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 15-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Back to throw again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Patterson looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Second and 1. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Falcons have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Charles, you and I said in intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. One of the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Third quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. Sticking with Walker on second down. And so there he goes, left side. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Ken Walker with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are all tied at 28. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return way back at the 11.
At their own 11-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
That's going to be caught by Pitts. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Ritter's pass completes to Pitts. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Final minute now of the third quarter. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Everyone's eyes go to him when he nears the end zone, and that includes the coverage. He took away the easy throwing lanes and forced a high throw.
Slot man moves right. Steps away. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He's had a very nice day throwing the football, and I think on this play, he's just trying to buy some time so he can make another big throw downfield. Unfortunately, couldn't connect on that one.
So on fourth down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal.
From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post,
and they have regained the lead.
So a response there to the touchdown, the opening drive of this third quarter, as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think you'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match them touchdown for touchdown. But the first order of business was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
A short kick taken at the 18.
And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
37-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back. That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Kenneth Walker with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Dolphins have regained the lead in the second half of this Super Bowl.
Sanders now to have the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter. Folks, welcome back to the biggest stage in sports, the Super Bowl, and now we get down to the good stuff, the 4th and final quarter.
Back to throw now on first down. Going for the deep ball. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Rolling to his left.
This one into the hands of Pitts.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. Touchdown, Falcons! Cordero Patterson, his 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl.
And the Falcons answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Falcons at the line ready for their next drive. And this could become a career-defining drive for some. Down 3, fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is where the legends are made in the National Football League as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Back to Walker on 1st down. And he's got it down to the 28.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And he's going to be brought down. He needed to get to the 20, but he's a yard or 2 short. And they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins have tied things up here in the 4th. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16.
At their own 16-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
He'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Oh, he's got his tight end Pitts complete. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
The slot man in motion right. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, To watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in the running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Let's go now.
Slot man moves right. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Keon Crossan. And the Dolphins will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. The quarterback run good for 10 that time, but it does lead to a 3rd down.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. Field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. Sanders' kick is good. But for almost 8 years, 64 stood as the NFL record for the longest field goal. That has since been eclipsed. It's now 66, but still 64-yarder. Pretty impressive, CD.
Absolutely agree with that, because if you drill a 60-yarder in an NFL game, you've got a lot to be proud of, record or no record. And only a handful of guys can even attempt it. Excellent job there, putting that one through the pipes.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
The slot man in motion right.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Slot man moves right.
Able to find Melton.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
So much about offense is what we call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Got his man. It's London.
And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Back to throw. Out to his left.
On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
And the Lombardi Trophy has a home in South Florida.
Hello, new world. All the boys.